guys. I hope everyone's doing well. In this video, I'm going to show you how to create a navigation bar using an unordered list. So right here in our HTML document, we have our HTML5 tag nav, okay, and that indicates that it's a navigation bar. And down here, we have our opening tag for unordered list, which is essentially a list with a bullet. If you wanted to put numbers, it would be an ordered list, which would be OL. And here you have each list item for each navigation bar menu item. And in between the opening LIs, you have the ahref, which is the link to the page for the navigation. So the home page is going to link to an index page. Okay? So this is the basic file structure. So if we look at this page right now, and also what we did is I already set up the class right here for menu items that's being applied to the UL tag. So up here in our style, you have your class. It has a dot in front of it for menu items. I put in the font family. Okay, you can use custom fonts. I recommend for this class that you use Google Fonts. And a lot of people use those. They're a little easier to use and reference. You can also, which is another standard in web design, is use basic fonts. Like you can use Verdanda, which is a font specifically designed for web, or Georgia. And what you do is you identify the font family, like I'm using Arial, okay? And what this is saying is, okay, I'm going to use Arial. If Arial is not available, then go to any sans serif font, essentially. Okay. Also in the style sheet, I set up the font size at 18 pixels. So if we look at this page right now, we have our ahref, we have the links already set up, so these items are underlined, and we have our bulleted list. Okay, so what we're going to do is to make this navigation bar look more like a navigation bar, we're going to start applying CSS to it. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is, what you have with CSS is you can start, like, what we want to do is for each one of, hang on, let me make sure this is right. Apologies for this. Okay, I have my opening and closing brackets. Also need this. And what the CSS does right here, it's going to make sure each of the menu items is in a box, okay? And what it does is, so what this is saying is everything within the menu items class, which is this right here, all the LIs, which is right here, so this is like main, and the LI is sub, you're going to display it as a box, an inline block. So what that does essentially is it's going to move everything up next to each other. So if I save this, and simply by adding this block tag, if I come here, refresh, what it does is it puts everything in boxes and it puts everything next to each other, okay? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to continue styling this. So with the basic setup, it looks like a navigation bar now. Okay, what we're going to do is remember from the CSS box model, there's the difference between padding and margin, okay? And what padding does, it adds space between the edge of the box, between the div, okay? So what it's going to do, it's going to put space between the edge of the div and the actual typography. So we're going to add padding to this right here. And what that's going to do, it's going to put space between each one of these items, okay? So our navigation bar is coming a little further. Okay, so we have our padding. Okay, another thing that we need to do is the menu items, we're going to add a text decoration none. And what the text decoration none does is it removes the line beneath the navigation bar, okay? So what this is doing, remember, this is like main, sub, and sub. So what this is doing right here is everything within the menu items class that's an LY that has an A, which is an href, which means a link. So it's referring to this right here. So what this is going to do is, this is saying text decoration none, and it's going to remove the line beneath the links. So we hit save, and we refresh, and there, voila, you have your basic navigation menu. So I know there's a lot more involved in this than what I'm just showing you. But what I want you to do is, if you have any questions about anything, please post them. Don't send me an email, but please post them in the general discussions board. What that does is it answers questions for other people. It is also easier for me to post a video for you. Anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Everyone's doing great. Have a good day.